Hi everyone, I see that we're live. I'll just begin in a few seconds. Again, if anyone missed me saying hi, I just said hi everyone, and we will begin very as soon as I can see if viewers are on here or not. Hi Muneeba. Okay, great. So we will begin. I'll just start off with introducing myself, answering the main question. Who is the author? Meet the author. So let's begin with meeting the author. That's me. My name is Maheen Dhanani, and I am a healthcare professional. I work for a company in healthcare. We work towards promoting women empowerment, putting more women in the workforce, including gender inclusivity, and getting more healthcare professionals, specifically females, in the workforce in Pakistan. So, I have recently graduated with a master's in health services administration from the Florida International University. And before that, I completed my undergraduate in biology from the Nova Southeastern University, also in Florida, in Miami. And prior to that, I finished my high school in Florida. But before that, I was raised in Karachi, Pakistan. I went to Mama Barsi Girls Secondary School, and now here I am. So let me begin by introducing the concept of the book. The book is, well, I have it in front of me, just so everyone can look at it again. It's called Momo Discovers Coronavirus. And sorry about that. And the main concept for this book is to aim towards children's mental health, especially during this pandemic that we're going through right now, during the COVID-19 crisis. And this book is supposed to pose as a tool, it's supposed to provide a platform for mothers and children and even teachers and fathers so that they can engage with their children more about what we're going through, what the crisis is, why are we staying indoors, why are we not meeting people that often, why are we trying to maintain a distance from them, why is everyone at home all day, why are we not going out anywhere, not to the park, the grocery store, whatever. So this opens up a platform, it opens up a whole avenue for the parents and teachers and children so that they can start a discussion. It helps you begin a discussion that, and I know that obviously no one is not talking about it, everyone is talking about it. But do children actually understand what we're talking about? I mean, of course, they sit with you when you're watching the news and they listen to you when you're having conversations. And I know sometimes you might even be trying to have a direct conversation with them, but do they actively understand? So, this book provides a fun, engaging, colorful way for children so that they can actually take interest in what is happening without getting frustrated and overwhelmed by it and just not liking what they're hearing. I mean, of course, they're not going to like it, but they're going to try to, be a part of the understanding that's going on. So, in this book, there's a cat. His name is Momo. And Momo is actually my own cat. I've had him for 11 years now. And he's super antisocial. He doesn't like talking to anyone. But in this book, I have changed his personality a little bit. And he's conversing with the young boy whose name is Adil. And I'll actually show you a picture of the both of them. So here is Adil and here is Momo. And they start a conversation with each other. So this book begins by Adil asking Momo, like, Momo, what is happening? What are we doing? Why are we not going to school? And the book starts off. It starts off by Momo telling Adil, like, listen, this is what's happening. I think we should consult our parents here. We should ask the adults here. They know what's happening in the world. We should ask them what's going on. So then Momo and Adil, they start off by going to their parents and asking them, like, what is happening? So Momo goes like, it's not going to be safe to leave our house for some time now. And then his dad, Adil's dad, explains to his son and also to Momo that there's a germ which is everywhere now. It's called coronavirus and it's spread in the world and we need to protect ourselves from it. And many times kids don't understand what is a germ, like what is a virus. So in one of our pages, we actually explain to the children, like, this is what a visual representation of what a germ could look like, because how do they even picture a germ? They're not going to picture like a tiny microorganism in a microscope. So we try to show them that, this is what a germ could look like, and they're not nice, they're scary, they're not good people, and they're so tiny that we cannot see them and they make us sick. And at the end of every sentence, Momo says meow, to engage the kids. So this is how the book starts its story off. And then Adil goes ahead and then he tries to convey to Momo all the frustrations that he's feeling at the moment because he cannot go to school, he cannot meet his grandparents, he doesn't have any way to meet his friends. And also one major thing that kids go through during these urgencies and emergencies like this is that they don't have a schedule anymore. They wake up whenever, and everyone is frustrated. There's a sort of negativity going on in the air, and they just don't know what's happening. They don't have a specific time for, let's say, breakfast, lunch, dinner. They don't have a sleeping schedule, and you know how long it took for schools to begin their online courses and actually start giving kids a schedule so that they could go back to their routines. And not having a routine is not normal for kids because as humans, as little children who are growing up, they need a routine to which they can adapt to, and their bodies would function normally with that. So it also tries to mention the importance of sleeping at a certain time, getting a good 8 to 10 hours of sleep, keeping a healthy lifestyle, a healthy diet. Make sure you get your vegetables in, your protein in. Make sure you're not just like sitting from the TV the whole day and just eating chips or biscuits or whatever kids like to eat these days. And so it promotes keeping a certain normalcy during these times. But one thing that I really try to incorporate in this book, which I think is most important, is that it tells the kids that, look, even though you're feeling anxious, lonely, stressed out, frustrated, you're feeling all these negative emotions, it tells the children, it conveys to them that, you know what, it's okay. This is a very new thing that's happening. This is a very rapidly changing environment that we are facing. It's all new. No one has been through this before, and we don't know how to adapt to it either. So, and the cat says that, like, even I don't know how to adapt to it, so it's okay to feel what you're feeling. And then by the end of the book, I mean, of course, I'm not going to tell you guys every single thing in it because I really hope that people reach out and go see the book for themselves if it's at the store or online, because it has so many colorful pictures. And let me just slip it in that this is now available at Liberty Bookstore, and right now for pre-order it is available for 15% off. So that's something to get excited about before school begins. Anyways, so we end the book at a very um, important note in which the parents are saying, you know what, everything is going to be all right. Don't be scared. Don't be frustrated. I know you're feeling all these feelings of loneliness and stress and sadness, but you know it's normal. You are. It's okay for you to go through it, and in the end, everything's gonna be all right. Now, one other important aspect of this book is that in the end, I have a note for parents and teachers, and this opens up further conversation for the kids, the parents, the teachers, whoever is reading this book. And you know, this book just isn't, it's not limited to kids. It's not just for young kids. Anyone can read this book and get help from it, or even enjoy the lovely pictures in it. You know, the illustrations are great. I collaborated with a great friend of mine from back from school who worked on this project with me. So these questions, the teachers and the parents, they go ahead and ask the students, like, what would you like to discuss about more during this pandemic, or whatever feelings you're having. Let's talk about it. You know, let's start speaking about what's happening. Let's engage in a good, friendly, fun conversation with these pictures, these activities, these colors, and we can have a fun time exploring this new concept that you have probably no idea about. And then it asks the kids, are there any activities that you would like to do with us which would help you further explore this? Can we write our thoughts down? Can we draw pictures about what we're feeling or what we think is going to happen, or what we might want to do, what we might want to engage in? Can we phone a friend? Can we video call someone? Can we FaceTime one of our friends from school, or one of our cousins, or even our grandparents? Can I call my nani? You know, can we have a can we ask them how they're doing? Because of course, like, we should always try to ask others how they're doing and how we can better help them in any way. So it ends on a great note. And hopefully, you know, after this, one person who read the book gave me a great idea, which was to introduce more questions that are frequently asked by children. The person who gave me the idea is a teacher, by the way, who read my book, to further introduce more questions that she frequently gets from her students who are very young, between the age of 5 to 7 or 8, I think. And that, you know, the book should be an activity book to just answer those questions for the children in a fun and engaging way. Now, leaving the book aside for a little bit, I would just like to address the concept again a little bit more. Just want to say that, you know, mental health, specifically for children, is so important. And especially in Pakistan, it's not talked about so much. Um, and even if it is, there's a lot of social stigma attached to it. It's not taken very seriously. And people just brush it aside sometimes, you know, that you'll get over it. It's going to be fine. You're just having a bad day. But I think that it should be taken a little bit more seriously. And specifically for kids, our country needs more fun and engaging ways to get their attention, so we can discuss these important topics with them even more. And you know, as a healthcare professional, I think that it's my duty to further try to highlight and educate children and teachers and parents how to tackle this COVID crisis in a better way, and how their difficult emotions is not a bad thing. So in this book, Momo the cat, he tries to explain to students and kids, and honestly anyone who's reading it, he tries to explain to them that, you know, this is how you should protect yourselves and your families and your friends and your parents and your grandparents. And he also tries to explain to them how to manage their difficult emotions, which are okay to have and can be solved if you open up conversation and, you know, try to not close them up. So I'm very proud of this book, and I hope that all the viewers out there also get a chance to see it, read it, engage with it, have fun with it, talk to their kids about it, or their siblings, sisters, friends, students, anyone. And yeah, so again, it's available at Liberty Bookstore. Pre-order is up right now on their website. I'm sure we'll share a link at the end of this video. And it's at 15% off right now. And I hope that everyone gets excited to see it. So now we're going to open up the floor for some questions. If anyone who's watching has any questions for me. I feel like I'm stuck here. Like my face is stuck on the screen. That's fine. We can give a little bit time for the questions because I think they have to type it down or something. So yeah, like in the meantime, let me also show you some more pictures in the book, which I think are so nice. Thanks, Eliza, by the way, for making these beautiful pictures. And so let me show you one of the pictures, which actually, oh, I have a question here. But before that, let me just quickly show what I was showing. This is a picture which showcases kids the different steps for washing hands. So that's one of the interesting parts in this book. So I think the question says, do you plan on writing anything in the future? Yes, definitely. I do have plans on writing something in the future. I have started on a new project now, actually, even though this book just came out, I've started. And that is also aimed to focus on children. It's going to be a children's picture book, and it is going to introduce the concept of climate change for children. And, you know, I'm very huge advocate for increasing awareness about climate change because so many people, like if you would ask a person down the road, if you ask them, what do you think climate change is? And they would, the first thing that people think is that, oh, you know, it affects penguins or it affects glaciers, but people never think that if it affects them themselves. And the health effects of climate change are very alarming, and I think that our next generation needs to be educated on this so that they can focus on it way more than us. Thank you, Sabrina. Yes, climate change is very, very much needed in Pakistan, and it is up to us to educate our future generation. Yes, so an Urdu version of this book is in the making. It will be out very soon. You know, not just Urdu. I was actually speaking to one of the people who works at my organization, and we're trying to write this book in multiple languages for people across our country, you know, not just people who can read English or Urdu, even for Sindhi and Punjabi. So let's hope that that can take its course very soon. Thank you, Sabrina. It's very nice of you. And you know, it is important to further bring children into this conversation. There are many important roles are played by books to make community air better to the best. Best wishes to you. Thank you, Noman. Thank you. It makes me very happy to see that people are appreciating this book. Yes, I think the book is in stores. Yes, it should. I mean, pre-order has started, and it should be in stores. Yes. So how did you meet Momo? So I met Momo. So Momo's story with me is like very, I don't know if it's interesting or not, but I met Momo around 11 and a half years ago. My dad just brought him one day in the night, he brought Momo, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? I didn't even know we were gonna keep a cat. But Momo has been in our lives for such a long time. He's like my, I won't say my little brother, he's like my uncle. um yeah, so he's been with us for a very long time. He's like the king of the house, and yes. Oh, thank you. Momo does have siblings, but they're not cats. Momo has a brother named Leo. He's my German Shepherd. He just turned 4 months old 2 days ago, and so I celebrated his birthday even though it's only 4 months. But yeah. Do you think schools should be opened again, keeping in light the new COVID-19 wave? So, Eric, as a healthcare professional, I honestly do not think the schools should open soon because, like the WHO director has said, that COVID-19 is not finished. Coronavirus is still there, it's in the air, and it's not going anywhere soon. And we have adapted to online platforms. I know we've just begun, but this is a whole new process that kids are getting adapted to. So personally, I don't think so, but they are. So I hope that proper SOPs are followed, people are taking precautions, and they're maintaining their distances, and many other things that this book mentions. So here's to hoping to the best. Yeah, I mean, many people think that cats are females. I don't know why. And whenever I say like him or he, when I'm referring to Momo, people are like, "What are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Is this your cat?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's a guy." Yes, Momo is a boy. I mean, now he's not a boy anymore. He's like an old man. He's super old now. But yeah. Thank you for the best wishes. Very nice of you. Eric, so I actually just answered this question a few minutes ago. My new book is already in the process. I've started working on it. I'm working on it with a great friend of mine. It's going to be on teaching children the effects of climate change, the health effects of climate change, and why it's so important for us to focus on this topic. As I explained, when we ask a random person about what is climate change, they think that it only affects penguins or glaciers or just the Sahara Desert, maybe. And people don't think that we ourselves are victims of climate change every single day. So I think for our new generation, it's very, very important to teach them about these important topics. And they are the leaders of the future. And if they don't know about it, then what are we going to do? Can we see Momo? Okay, so I had all the plans of bringing Momo in this live session, but Momo is sleeping underneath my staircase. And I tried so hard to get him out of there. He's deep in sleep, but I will share lots and lots of videos and pictures of him, maybe even a live video if you guys want. No one sleeps in our house more than Momo. And sometimes, although I want to be productive and progressive and I want to do something for this world, I just wish I had Momo's life. I just want to sleep under the staircase for 24 hours a day and then just get up to eat. So we're going to take 2 more questions, and then I think it's time to wrap up our session. Let's make the final questions good. Yes, for sure, Nighat. We can definitely do live video of the new celebrity, which is Momo the cat. Everyone's going crazy after Momo. I think I need to make an Instagram page for him or something, just like Momo the cat, pictures of him every day. And you know, sometimes I feel so bad because, like I mentioned, Momo has a brother named Leo, my German Shepherd, and I feel like he's not getting any attention, so I feel so bad. Which is why although I spend time with Momo, I give Leo an extra hour in the day, you know, just so he doesn't feel left out. I think we have 3 more minutes left. If anyone has any other questions, please. Are you jealous? No, I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. I meant that my dog would possibly be jealous because Momo is getting all this attention. When do you plan a book on Leo? Aw, I'm sure Leo would be so happy to hear this question. So maybe sometime in the future. Right now, let's focus on giving the attention to Momo. And then maybe, you know, if God permits, in the future, in the next couple of years, Leo can have his own book. Maybe a movie series. Who knows? Also, now I think Leo has started copying Momo, and even he sleeps so much, it's crazy. If only we could have lives like that, right? Let's do one more question and then we will wrap up this live session. And I just want to say that I've had a lot of fun. This session was great. Yes, he's the most wanted celebrity. I'm not going to tell him that, otherwise he's going to start trying to act more celebrity-ish. But yes, as I was saying, this session was great. Everyone was so engaging. I'm so glad I got this platform to further explain my book and to explain how important the topic of children's mental health is and why we should further try to increase our conversations with them and why we should engage them in activities that could introduce them to this topic of children's mental health and why it's so important. And I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to make a very fun, engaging, and exciting way for children to approach this topic so that they can further realize that whatever they're feeling is okay and what they should be doing and how to proper handle and tackle this crisis that we're amidst right now. And before I wrap up, one last thing that I just want to say is that coronavirus is not gone. It is not finished. It is still here and it's going to be here for quite some time now. So please don't forget that it exists and continue following your SOPs, continue wearing a mask, practicing social distancing, and just being careful out there for yourself, for your families, for everyone. And I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you again for being a part of this live session. I'm so happy. Obviously, I had to end with a cough. Thank you.